This is Jen with SeductionUnleashed.com, helping you release your best women and beyond. And right now, we're about to get into how to bring a girl back to your house smoothly with a special little technique I like to call, well, I don't really have a name for it, but what I like to do is I like to say something special and unique. For example, you might have a really cute pet at home. Maybe you have a bunny. It's an easy way to say, hey, I have a bunny in my house. You have to check him out. He's like the cutest thing. I literally got him like 3 months ago. He's running around, shitting everywhere. I'm like, it's causing a fucking mess. I'm trying to fucking clean it up. You should help me, actually. You think you should be like his new caretaker? I mean, you could be his babysitter. I would just pay you is what I'm saying. Do you see how I just went on a whole comedic tangent? That's because I got lost in my moment for a second. That tends to be, that's just my style of running game on with chicks. That's my style of communicating with women. Is I'm very sarcastic and it opens me up to say all types of crazy shit. That's how I prefer it, because if I play too serious or if I play too whatever the case is, it doesn't give me the leeway to say crazy shit. Now when I say something, girls are like, oh, that's Jeremy. So that's just one thing. Another thing could be, you know, something like your childhood, something from your childhood, something like hobbies. For example, I don't have a cute, super duper cute bunny in my house, but I used to draw a lot when I was a kid. So a lot of times I would tell chicks like, oh, you know, if we're going back to my house, like, you have to check out my drawings. Like, you have to check out, like, I would basically, sometimes I would qualify her first to kind of set it up. I would be like, do you draw? Or like, do you do something artistic? Oh, because like when I was a kid, I was so like, I'll build it up and then be like, oh, you gotta check it out type shit, rather than just being like, oh, you gotta come back to my house to check out my drawing. Like, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be like that. Don't be so fucking one note. Try to be a little bit theatrical. Naturally, you want to get comfortable. As you get more comfortable talking to women, you'll naturally get to the point where you're like, oh shit, I'm a good ass storyteller. Like, I'm a good storyteller. I can hype some shit. I can make something. There are points in time, if you ever dealt with theater people, I actually had a homie of mine who, he went on to write theater plays and shit. I remember one day we were speaking, and this dude literally told the whole entire story. I mean, it sounded crazy. And I was like, yo, dead ass, like, really, what? And then what happened? And he just looked at me and was like, nah, I'm just fucking with you. And he did it so casually. I looked at this motherfucker like, you sociopathic motherfucker. That kind of scared me a little bit, because he did it so well, and then later on he ends up writing theater plays, so it's kind of natural. So when it comes to me also, I like to fucking do that shit. I'll build it up, you know what I mean? Don't be so one note. Add some drama. Don't just say, hey, this is cool either, you know what I mean? Build some tension. Be like, hey, are you good at drawing? Don't just say you're good at drawing. I mean, if you draw some amazing stick figures, you can let me know. By the way, bro, if it's first time here and you're interested in dating, relationships, self-improvement, and motivational content, start now by hitting that button right there so you can join that Unleashed notification gang, bro, so you don't miss anything. So with that being said, bro, let's get back to the video. See, you see, that's just for me personally, because my angle is that I used to draw and whatnot. That's something that I used to bring girls back to my house. Not that I needed to say that or whatever the case is, but it was a nice little excuse. And it also gives women the excuse to go, because a lot of times women, they want to go, but they need that excuse. Hell, there have been times even where, here's a little bonus tip. If you ever walk a girl to her house and she's giving you a hard time, you kind of want to go upstairs, but she's like, no, you're not going upstairs, because she knows that she really likes you, and she's scared that if she has you upstairs, probably gonna end up fucking. So what you can do is instead be like, hey, I have to take a piss really, really bad. You gonna let me piss on myself? Seriously? I just walked you this whole way like some white knight in a fucking shining armor, and you're just gonna let me piss on myself? You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. You see how everything I say, I could just exaggerate it to umpteenth degree. By that point, she's like, okay, fine. And then now I'm in the crib. You see, that's a little slide trick right there. That's another little bonus tip. Another thing is to, yeah, man, just have something neat. You don't have, that doesn't have to be the case, but it's a great excuse. Like a cute animal, a cute, really, a cool hobby you have. Like if you play a musical instrument, that's awesome. Like if you play fucking guitar, I had a homie of mine, he played guitar. This motherfucker play guitar for a bitch, it's a rap, man. Once he would bring bitches, he would just bring bitches to his crib. Once he would play the guitar, acoustic ass motherfucker. Hey, I'm a guitar guy. He got his hair all fucking shaggy and shit. I mean, it was a rap. I mean, and on top of that, a big reason for that isn't just, oh, it's this cool thing that she's you know, she's just enthralled by the novelty. That helps too, but it's also the fact that it gives you an opportunity to build a solid connection through your passion. That's the underlying thing that's really making this work that you don't even realize, because by taking her back and showing her something that means a lot to you, even if it's an animal, that shows that you have compassion, that you have care. If it's something like your drawings from your childhood, that shows that, first of all, that gave a great opportunity, because immediately I would show chicks my baby pictures. That's another thing you could do. I would show chicks my baby pictures. I would show them, you know, my artwork and whatnot, and I would speak in a way where it was like super passionate. Like, I didn't just show her it. I was like, man, yeah, I used to draw a lot when I was a kid. Like, that was my first love, to be honest. Like, one of the first things that I fell in love with was like animation, just drawing, seeing that art style. And all this is true. And that's another thing too, is this channel isn't just about techniques, it's about molding yourself to your best possible thing. Like, when I talk to a girl, I already know my life story. I already know what I'm gonna say, because I know how to deliver my whole life story in a way that's passionate, that has fucking peaks and rises, you know, drama, you know, bad moments, good moments, and I know how to deliver in a way where she's like, wow, this is like, she's enthralled by my character, my person. That's something that's gonna develop with you over time, as you not only develop yourself with women and speaking to women and getting comfortable with women, but also yourself as you gain more experience, because that ultimately that helps. Because when you can relate, when you can share things where she's like, oh shit, I did not expect you to know that. You're some dude, you give off a certain archetype, and then you say something like that she does not expect you to even know in a million years. That completely blows her perception of you also. This is something that is so powerful, because when you're at home, when you bring her back and you start showing her something that shows a big part of you, a big part of your childhood. Because here's the thing that really ensures a solid connection when you first attract a woman is, first of all, the flirting is necessary. You know, you want to show the flirting to show that you're not every other needy guy. But once you get enough of that flirting to show her that you're confident in being sexual and whatnot, then you get more serious. And when you get more serious, you mix in those passions. You mix in those solid I'm going to do a future video on how to build a solid connection with a girl so you don't get flakes, because it involves certain key topics. It really involves around 5 key topics. Basically, everything from fucking your childhood, your family, your, you know, tragedies, future dreams, future hopes, projections, ambitions. I mean, the hobbies, passions, certain topics that define us as people, where the moment you speak to a girl about it, she opens up. I've dealt with girls where, because of my style, because I'm so funny or sarcastic, whatnot, they ended up, their wall got really high. They would be like, hey, I don't want to let down my wall, because I know that I like this guy and he's gonna get in my pants. So I'm gonna put a big fucking wall up, and it's this whole, you're a player wall. But at the end of the day, once you show her that those sides of you, once you show her that, yeah, like when I was a kid, I used to be fat. I used to have titties. I got made fun of a lot. And one day I looked in the mirror after a rainy ass day. I took off my shirt because I was wet. My hair was wet. I looked at my body in the state I was in, and I was like, man, this is not papi chulo. I can't fucking do this shit. When I say that story, when I bring her through that, she's like, wow. She feels that. She feels me as a person. Now I'm not just this character of a player, or I'm not just this, you're not just this character of a nice gentleman who has his stuff together. You also show that side of struggle, and that lets her show her flaws. And once she shows her flaws and the positive things about her, that's what is really going to create that connection where she's like, wow, this motherfucker right here, that duality, it's a powerful fucking thing. That's what it all comes down to at the end of the day. That's why bitches like to have their hair pulled and choked, but at the same time, they like hearing that affection and shit. They like hearing that affection, and they like hearing that aggression. And when you can balance that shit out, and you can mix the two, and you can combine the two, and you can balance and just juggle those two with women, you will be you'll be a god among men. So if you enjoyed that dope, incredibly popular video, and you want to see more on dating, relationships, self-improvement, and motivational content, start now by hitting that button right there. If you want to continue your journey into pimpage and beyond, hit that video right there. And with that being said, bro, unleash your best with women beyond. And remember, until next time, confidence is bred by competence.